Hi, it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. Today I'm here for Mercy Tiara Kits and I'm going to be creating a 12 by 12 layout featuring the December 2024 release called Happy Home. And I will be sharing a few quick tips for creating a layered look. This looks way more complicated than it actually is, and I will talk you through the entire process. The Happy Home Kit is beautiful, full of warm colors and homey prints with products from Echo Park Paper, Cartabella, Simple Stories, Mercy Tiara Kit exclusives, and more. I'm going to be using the main kit, embellishment add-on, cardstock add-on, and the newest Mercy Tiara Kit exclusive product, pocket cards. Below you will find a bunch of links to the Mercy Tiara Kit shop, Instagram, and Facebook group. So let's get started. Here's what's on my desk. You can see I have two photos. They are already double matted. That's me on my way to Nespresso to recycle my coffee pods. I have made a frame style foundation page in advance with 2 sheets of cardstock. I'm showing you that I gutted the one from behind. There is a tutorial on my channel where I explain how to do that. So that's going to be listed and linked below. Here are the pattern papers. The ones I've selected all come from Echo Park Paper's family collection. And you're going to see in a moment, just there on the right, there is a cut apart sheet. I have the main kit papers and the identical papers in a pattern paper add-on. So what I did was I took this cut apart sheet and I cut it up completely, and I'll be using it in my layers later on in the process. Those are the 2 pieces of cardstock I used in my foundation page. They come from the cardstock add-on. In there are 8 pieces of cardstock in 4 different colors. That is a 12 by 12 sticker sheet from Echo Park Papers, our Happy Place collection. I have 2 different alphas. Here are those pocket cards I mentioned earlier. I, of course, have the scraps nearby. You're going to see that in a moment. That's from the paper that I gutted from behind the foundation page. I used some of it to map my photos. And on these little divided trays, I have a bunch of embellishments. Again, from the main kit and the embellishment add-on. I will go through this in more detail later on in the process when I actually embellish my page. That's that cut apart sheet I mentioned earlier, that paper that I cut up. Anyway, I will talk about my embellishing later on in the process. What I want to do right now is continue preparing my foundation page. Now, when I create a layered look, I find the easiest thing to do is start with 2 or 3 pieces of paper in different sizes. I'm going to be doing it with just 2 today. So all I'm doing right now is cutting these 2 papers down so that they are at different widths. I will trim the length a bit later on in the process, and I'll put measurements later in the process as well once I've made these decisions. The reason why I find this a great way to start creating a layered look is by layering up these 2 papers, or 3 if you want, and my photos. I already have areas to tuck in pocket cards, cut aparts, ephemera, and it's just a great base layer to creating a layered look, and it's super, super easy. So what I'm going to do right now is get out those pocket cards. So pocket cards, cut aparts, these are just perfect for creating layered looks. So what I did was I pre-selected some of these cards. I'm showing you one of them, the one with the word now. It was actually a 6 by 4 card that I cut in half. And what I'm going to do with that is basically layer up some cards and put it underneath that small photo that you can't see right now. So that's basically going to add a layer, of course, but it's also going to be a home for my photo, and it's almost going to act like an embellishment. But as you can see, I've moved on to another pocket card. This is a 6 by 4 graph paper card. Each one of those Mercy Tiara pocket card packs come with 6 plain graph paper cards, so you can do whatever you want with them. I took my Creative Memories border maker system with the notebook cartridge and just punched out a notebook edge. So that just kind of stepped up this card a little bit. What I'm going to do right now is add some layers behind this small photo. Again, like I mentioned, basically this is a home for the small photo, but it almost acts like an embellishment. You can see I'm adding a bit of foam adhesive behind my photo, and I'm just going to place it on top of that card that says now. I actually trimmed that down a bit because I'm going to take another pocket card, that one you see on the right, it's two-tone, and I am going to basically mat it underneath the photo and that other card. So I have this real chunky little piece here. It's great. My photo stands out and it almost acts like an embellishment. You can also see off camera, I just drew some lines just beside that notebook border edge. It just makes it look more like a notebook. It kind of finishes it off a bit. What I want to do is take this other pocket card and I'm going to turn this one into an embellishment. This is another thing I like to do with pocket cards or cut apart sheets. Basically, I use cut apart sheets and pocket cards, but I am not a pocket scrapbooker. So I love using them for layers, but I also love creating embellishments with them. I just used a stitched square die from Stampin' Up, an old die set, to cut out that card. So now I have a nice little square piece. And again, these will all act as layers. So I'm starting with my two papers there. I put my main photo down, tucked that graph paper underneath the photo on top of that pink paper. I put that clumpy photo down with the word now above it, and in between the graph paper and that small photo, I tucked in that square. So already you can see a layered look is evolving, but that is really, really simple, and it all started with these two papers and the main photo. What you see me doing right now is trimming down the length of these two papers. So what I'm doing is tearing on an angle. I am using a Creative Memories tearing tool, and I'm just putting that pink paper underneath. I'm trying to respect the same angle, which is kind of funny because in the end I actually don't like the angle. I find it a little bit too pointy, and you will see me come in a bit later on and just tweak that a little bit. So anyway, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm kind of playing around with the layers. Again, the two main papers, the photo, tucked in that graph paper, and then I added the two other pieces. It's there that I decided to tweak the angle of those two papers, and now I am back. It's actually the following day. It got too dark for me to continue filming, and what I did last night was I actually inked up the edges of those two main papers, and I did my journaling on vellum. So what I'm going to do right now is just adhere these two main papers together. I didn't actually center them. It's a little bit tossed over to the right. And I'm going to keep the other pieces loose, however, because I still have to play around quite a bit. When I create a layered look like this, I never actually know how big this clump that I'm creating will get. I have to play around, add the layers, and it's for that reason as well I'm not actually committing to adhere on top of the foundation page because I don't know how big it's going to get. Now what I want to do is show you my embellishment. So this is my title, Favorite Coffee, and the alphas I used were from the American Crafts Forever Fields collection. They look like little typewriter keys. They're puffy alphas. That was in the embellishment add-on. I also have this 12 by 12 sticker sheet that was in the main kit, and that is from Echo Park Papers, our Happy Place collection. In this tiered tray, I have some narrowed down selection of the embellishment. So I have some ephemera from the Frames and Tags ephemera pack from the Family Echo Park Paper collection. On this second tier, I have these beautiful exclusive sequins from Mercy Tiara Kits. I have that cut apart sheet that I mentioned earlier that came from a 12 by 12 paper in the main kit from the family collection. These make great layering pieces as well. And on the next layer, I have two washi tapes. Both of those were in the embellishment add-on, both from Echo Park Paper. And I do have some puppy stickers from Echo Park Papers, our Happy Place. So I've already dug into the pocket cards, the exclusive pocket cards from Mercy Tiara Kits, but I do have those handy as well, just in case I want to dig into them again. So I think I'm just about to show them to you right now. I kept this part kind of slow because I really wanted you to see what I will be playing with. Now what I'm going to do is kind of start working on that cluster in the bottom right, and eventually I will build another one in the top left. I'm going through the pocket cards right now, not the pocket cards, actually I'm going through the cut apart sheets right now looking for some, and what I end up finding is one that says notes. Now I really like that. I'm playing around with placement, but usually when I have the word notes, I want to kind of tuck it in and around my journaling. So at this point, I'm really happy that I didn't adhere anything except those two papers together, because I decide I'm going to put it just along the left side of my journaling. And that's actually going to influence the placement of that cluster on the main foundation page, because suddenly that journaling block had to get wider in order to accommodate that ephemera piece with the word notes. I particularly like the black and green in that cut apart sheet, because right now I've got that pink, that salmon pink, and the neutrals, which I really like, but the alphas are black, so I want to add a bit more of that black. And I also have that word now, which is in green, so I like that I'm introducing more of that green. So you can see how I'm playing around with the layers. It's kind of looking like it did already in the bottom right corner. Now I'm moving to the top left corner. So I tuck in two tags, including one of them that is green. So again, I'm adding more of that green, and I quite like it. So I'm happy with all of this. It is loose right now, so I do have to start adhering. There will definitely be finishing touches, but at this point, everything is moving, so I just have to start adhering. So you can see I started by adhering the word notes just on the left side of my journaling, then the photo on top. Now I'm adhering that photo on top of that layered paper, tucking in those tags. But really what I want you to take away from this is I am building that photo cluster with all of those layers independently. When I create a layered look like this, I never quite know how big that cluster is going to get. And it's for that reason I don't adhere the main two layers underneath the photo to the foundation page. I wait until I know how big that photo cluster is going to be. So now what you see me doing is adding a little bit of washi tape underneath that square that I cut out with the books and the teacup. There were words there that really didn't pertain to my story, so I covered it up with a bit of black washi tape, and I'm actually quite happy with another hit of black there. I'm trying a bit of that washi tape in the opposite corner, but it really didn't do it for me, so I removed it. And now what I'm going to do, I think what I'm going to do right now is just adhere that clump. I have a good idea of its size right now. I know where I will be placing the title, so I am ready to commit. But again, what's important here is that I created that entire layered clump, then I adhered it to my foundation page. What I'm doing right now is just adhering that little cluster with the word now, overlapping my photo. And I'm still not quite sure where I'm going to put the year 2024, but I do know where I want my title. So I'm putting it along the left-hand edge there, and you can see I'm starting over on the right or towards the bottom of the page, but then I immediately jump to the other end. That way I know exactly where my title is going to start and where it's going to end. And I continue doing that off camera. Now you see me playing around with the year. I decide to break up 2024 and put it in a little square. I'm happy with that. Now what you see me doing is tucking in another tag in the top. There were two there, and now there are three. I wanted to add another hit of black up there, so I found a black tag in the ephemera pack, and I'm happy with that. Now what you see me doing is adhering the year 2024 at the bottom. So you can see how easy this is actually coming together compared to how it looks. Now I'm looking for some finishing touches. So on that puffy sticker sheet, there's a little coffee cup. So I just put it underneath the word now. That pertains to my story. I'm quite happy with that. Now I need something to finish off those tags. So I'm looking at my stickers. I'm looking at these sequins, which are absolutely gorgeous, especially those little pink daisies that are in there. I absolutely love them. And I'm just playing around trying to make a few decisions here. But basically, here is my finished layout. And all I did off camera, first of all, I fluffed up the torn edges and I did fluff up the notebook border edge as well. And I ended up putting gold matte enamel dots in the tag holes and on top of the washi tape as well, just beneath the journaling. I also added one flower sequin with a gold dot in the middle. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, Scrapbooking Quebec, I would be honored and thrilled if you did. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very, very much. Make sure you check out the Mercy Tiara Kits shop, Instagram, and Facebook page. Take care, and I will see you soon on YouTube. Bye-bye.